Hey guys, Walker Films, and in today's video, I want to address biopics or biopics. Um, so there's a lot of good biopics that came out recently, and one of them, which being A Complete Unknown with Timothy Chalamet playing Bob Dylan. He did a good job. Uh, I'm gonna just like sum it up. What I think, I think if you get a really famous cultural icon and you take his life, are you gonna cut it down short to a specific period of time, or are you gonna like do the whole backstory and everything? If it's like someone who's only popular in like one specific period of time, I would only do that one specific period of time, not like the whole backstory and like him as a kid or him or her as a kid. I'll just do that one specific area of time when they were popular and they were most most relevant. Also, if you get a guy um, like Bob Dylan, for example, he was kind of like a mysterious kid. Like he had kind of a mysterious backstory, and the thing they did good in that movie, they only focused on when he was like in his 20s and just becoming famous, and led to the him switching to a electric guitar, and that got like a whole like riot thing happened. And I think that was good because you wouldn't really care much about his backstory as much as you would how he got famous and him playing his hit songs in the movie and stuff like that. I think one of the best biopics I've seen is Love and Mercy, the Beach Boys biopic. Um, Paul Dano played Brian Wilson. They they were so smart about how they made that movie. They got like a really old camera to make it look like the same time period it was based off, and they just they did a great job. Um, I think Paul Dano did a really good job. He's like one of the more underrated actors, and he's really good actor. He actually looked the part like a lot. Um, and one thing they did right, like I mentioned earlier, of like kind of like the formatting of it. Like if you're gonna make a movie about someone who's a little bit I guess like smaller in like pop culture, like kind of like Brian Wilson is, in a way he kind of is, and they were really smart not doing a backstory of Brian Wilson, because like no one really knows the backstory, no one really like cares enough to want to know the backstory, and they just like jumped right into him making the Pet Sounds album. And one really smart thing they also did in that movie was they cut to different time periods of when he's a little bit older, and then when he was like young in the 70s, and it just like cuts and cuts, but it makes it like really perfect how they cut it, and just yeah. And that's my short video on biopics. I'm not trying to hate on any biopics you guys like or anything like that, like the ones that have the whole backstories and everything. It's just I think a better biopic is just when it's a specific period of time and not like the whole thing. It just feels, I guess, a little more real in a sense. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. See ya.